And I go to, it's a meditation studio. We're supposed to meditate. Let's just talk. We were talking about that. She would always just, no one cares. Let's just talk. She had her quiet time. All right, so I'm going to pass this around so you can say what you want to say. And then there's flowers there. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm not telling anyone how to celebrate your friend. But I'm going to take a flower. Chris was so clever. I was like, that's just like her hair color. And then I'm going to walk down and release the flower into the ocean and say my own goodbye quietly after we share. So if you want to join me to do that. Okay? So I think it's so serene that we're doing this, or surreal, because to sit still for someone who never sits still is so full of energy seems so odd. And it also makes it very odd because she wasn't here when she got still and quiet with us, right? We knew her just as running around with 1,000 ideas and hosting something or causing great chaos. And it was a very wild and precious life to her. And I always see it as divine. I was getting my nails done and telling the nail technician that I lived in paradise because I lived in Two City Plaza and I couldn't believe I got to live in such a place. And this fiery redhead, freckled bomber was next door to me by the nail technician beside me and said, where do you live? I'm looking for a place to live and move to. And then I told her. And then a few months later I was walking my dog up on the roof and there she was. And she had listened to me and moved just because I had said, a stranger said I live in paradise. I was saying, who does that besides Ellen? And I couldn't believe she had done it. And then she started coming to meditation when it wasn't her thing. She couldn't sit quiet. But it was her thing. Believe it or not, it was her thing. And she started to still her mind and she started to still her soul and cry and really connect with who she was and be okay with who she was. And I think she even loved who she was. And then she came on the retreat and we saw a quieter side of her where she was facing some things she kept private. And then she got brave enough, I don't know the order, but then she got brave enough to get certified in meditation. She didn't care what it was, the certification. She just always was learning to cook paella or take up something. So I'll just sign up for this. But God's so clever because when you take that course, you're really just learning about yourself and about the divine and about probably where she's gone now. Interesting, probably where she is now. She was learning about where she was going now. It's almost like the adversity she was about to face, preparation was being done. And then she knew she had to be near her son. And she left. And then there are FaceTimes and you see the comments, I wish I was there. Please send me a meditation to heal. Help me make my pain go away. And it just seemed so distant because I could not visualize her being anything different than what I saw. This energy and go get life and absorb life. And I feel sad because the comments I didn't believe were real. I just thought, she'll be fine, she'll be fine, she'll be fine. She is fine. She is fine. Her body was very, very frail and her energy was huge. extraordinary, but her body was frail. Always was frail. So I have to believe, and I do believe, that she's actually in a space now that doesn't require the body, and so it's a perfect fit. It's pure, huge energy, pure, huge light. So I think honestly, she's actually exactly where she should be. She's exactly home now. And I find comfort in that. I really do.
I think, like Leslie said, it's been quite a wild 5 years since we took someone there, but really, I knew I was in the building, and of course got to know her a lot better during the retreat, and, life happened in between then and now, and it's, she was always such an inspiration. It's funny, I brought this little stone she gave me, because, she was the smile, she was the smile meditation person, and I actually sent her a picture of this probably a couple of months ago. We hadn't been in touch very much, and I had gone to her going away party, and one of the ones of people I didn't really know too well, and but we didn't stay in touch all the time, and something made me reach out to her, and I had a goodbye card for her that I kept in my drawer for the last 2 years, or ever since she left, and I opened it, and I took pictures of it, and what I had written on it, in stone, and I sent it to her. So, I'm not sad to say, but I think Eleanor's going to be even more inspiring to me now that she's gone, because it's just a lesson in live your life
in that light, to like share it and to really get in it. She really got in it. She was always in it, like always in it, like with her food or whatever she was doing. She was always in it. And I'm so grateful to have you in my heart always. And just such a constant, such a you know, some people just have that constant love. And you were definitely one of those who just had that constant love to share and to give and just really be there. And I will always love you.
So many stories, so many feelings. What I'm most grateful for right now is that Jack got to see how much fun his mother had. I sent him videos of things, and he was like, the last few years have been so hard. But to see her and her life and all of her friends, it just made him feel so good. We weren't supposed to do this. We both had cancer. We were both supposed to fight this and beat this. And I know our conversations on the phone, we would never talk about that stuff. We talk about everything else. You know, but it was there, and we just didn't want to be reminded of it. And I couldn't bring myself to tell him he was cancer-free. I don't know why. But I'm so happy that my son got to go to England and see her. It was during COVID and everything, and he said she knows my son from Illinois is just that's Michael, right? The long legs, long arms, and she said, "No, come in." And he said they spent like an hour together, and he just said she's really frail, but she was so full of life. You know, it was just such a dichotomy. I miss her so much. And I remember the last looks when she was leaving, you know, just that face. And both had that. I know that it's not a better place, but it's where she needs to be right now. And thank you so much, Wendy, for putting this together. I needed this closure.
Private relationship with Miss Queen. She dated a good friend of mine for a while. He thought she was terrific. They weren't right for each other. She soon figured that out. She was a life force. She was a love force. I remember being at her going away party. She had just created a huge ring of love with everybody she met. She was always full of life, energy. She was definitely a redhead. She had her own way of doing things, her own thoughts. She'll be missed. It's a crime that somebody so vital and so beautiful of spirit should, well, she's in a better place, as you guys say. She'll be missed.
burnt paella or parmesan. That part. How much fun is that? It's right. It's right. It's kind of redone. So I had that was the most fun time I had here. I also
I'm following in your footsteps, and I have picked up all my things and moved close to the ones I love. The grandson's around the corner. My daughter's a couple of miles away, but will be living with us soon. Because that really was the happiest. When she moved to London, her heart was full. Another girl.
Do you want me to put a flower in for you?
Please.
When I put my flower in, I'm just going to tell her I love her. And I believe everything's on divine purpose. So I'm going to express my gratitude for coming into my life. Inner peace. So I'm going to ring the bell 3 times. And on the 3rd chime, when you feel comfortable, when you're ready, you'll know. But I ask that we do this in complete silence. So our focus and our heart is on Ellen